Today is Monday, November 29th, and this is Citrus TV Now. It's currently 30 degrees and cloudy in Syracuse. I'm Tyler Melito, and here's what you need to know. In a press conference earlier today, Syracuse University Athletic Director John Wildhack announced the head football coach Dino Babers will return for the 2022 season. SU finished 5-7 in 2021, and under Babers is 29-43. That is being since 2016. Many in Syracuse fandom felt that Babers could have been relieved of his duties after numerous other Orange coaches were fired Sunday afternoon. Devastating reports out of Michigan. A 15-year-old high school sophomore in the state opened fire at his high school this afternoon. Authorities say the shooter killed 3 students and left 6 others wounded, including 1 teacher. The police responded to the attack at Oxford High School just outside of Detroit at 1 p.m. and arrested the suspect. Authorities recovered a semi-automatic handgun as well as several clips. After being placed on lockdown, the students at the school were taken to a local grocery store to be picked up by their parents. New developments from Sudan. Prime Minister Abdallah Hamdok and his wife have been allowed to return home. The two, among other government officials, were detained by the military when they seized control of the nation's government a few days ago. It is currently unclear whether or not the prime minister is free to move or make calls. The coup d'etats of the country's previous government comes on the heels of weeks-long tension regarding Sudan's transition to a more democratic government. So after the trees are cut, you get these stumps here. And after planting some new ones in a few months, you get these baby trees. And soon, you get the big ones. But how do tree farms get their trees to the right Christmas tree height? History teaches us plenty about our democracy. Democracy in Action reporter Ryan Nelson shares how one local high school teacher uses it to inspire young voters. Jury deliberation is underway in the trial of Kyle Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse shot 2 men and wounded another with a semi-automatic rifle in the midst of racial injustice protests in Kenosha, Wisconsin back in 2020. In an unusual move, the judge allowed Rittenhouse to anonymously pick the final jurors to deliberate on the verdict. Rittenhouse selected 6 slips of paper from a raffle drum, and these were the numbers of the jurors who would be dismissed from deliberations. The final 12 jurors have been deliberating since 11 o'clock this morning. Police say Cornell University is safe after bomb threats made Sunday caused the campus to erupt into chaos. The university tweeted 2 alerts yesterday urging students to evacuate without any explanation. Cornell is not the only Ivy League school that dealt with this sort of incident. Columbia and Brown also issued evacuation alerts on Sunday due to bomb threats made over the phone. All 3 universities deemed these threats as not credible and held classes today. Dr. Anthony Fauci says that to avoid an increase in coronavirus cases, kids will have to wear masks in school. Fauci says that in order to protect individuals who are not yet eligible to receive the COVID-19 vaccine, that they need to be surrounded by people whom are already vaccinated. He also encouraged that proper coronavirus safety measures still be practiced.
Universal masking in the school. And even though there are some government leaders locally who are trying to push back on that, we've got to get the school system masked in addition to surrounding the children with vaccinated people.
Fauci did not detail, however, whether or not teachers should be wearing masks in school. Now, Thanksgiving and football are like peanut butter and jelly. They're just a perfect match. But where did the tradition of playing football on Thanksgiving start? President Joe Biden is set to sign a $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill later today. Governor Kathy Hochul made an announcement this morning about what this means for New York State.
So grateful for our partners in Washington, starting with President Joe Biden, for making this happen, for millions of New Yorkers who remember this day as the day that we turned the corner, we were able to start rebuilding and making up for decades of lost time.
Hochul says billions of dollars will go towards projects involving transit systems, clean water, climate resiliency, and more. This does include the I-81 highway project here in Syracuse. New today, SU Vice Chancellor Michael Haney announces plans for the spring 2022 semester. Haney said in an email that all eligible Syracuse University students, faculty, and staff must receive a COVID-19 booster shot prior to the start of next semester. Students are also required to participate in COVID-19 testing upon arrival to campus. Haney says these policies are in accordance with New York State guidelines and are subject to change as we learn more about the Omicron variant. And best-selling author Alice Sebold apologized Tuesday to the man she mistakenly accused of rape as a Syracuse University student. Anthony Broadwater spent 16 years in prison and the past 40 as a registered sex offender. Sebold has since sold millions of copies of her memoir Lucky, which details the event. A Syracuse judge overturned the conviction and cleared Broadwater's name last week. And welcome back into NCC News. I'm Chief Weather Correspondent Tyler Melito, and as you see in the video behind me, this was the scene on Syracuse University's campus earlier today. Overcast, cold, it was raining at portions of the day, but now the rain has subsided, at least for a little bit. Looking at the current temperatures right now here, 40 degrees, feels a lot colder, 93% humidity. That number has been going up and down all day. That means that rain showers tonight and into early tomorrow morning. Wind at 6.9 miles per hour. Definitely something to watch out for there if you're going out later this evening. Looking at the current temperatures, or excuse me, the almanac here in central New York, here in Syracuse, the high today was 40 degrees, the low 31. Average for around this time of year, 48 degrees, 33 the low, but look at those records. Thank God it's not 6 degrees right now. I would be dead even from this area. Now looking around here at central New York right now, 44 out in Buffalo, 43 in Rochester, and as we move more and more east, the temperatures do get slightly colder. The lake effect snow is definitely playing an impact, and that has been the case all around central New York. Looking at the hourly forecast, I'll slide back over here, 38 degrees at around 7 p.m. It's going to get cold, so if you're going out tonight or even early tomorrow morning, make sure you're bundled up. Please be safe, folks. It is going to get really, really cold. It's going to get up earlier into tomorrow as well, though. Looking at the radar, this is for the next couple of hours. There's definitely some precipitation coming, so please drive safe. As mentioned, snow is in the forecast as well, so just make sure you're taking those precautions. Maybe get the salt out for your driveway. For tomorrow, early on in the day, going to get some rain, maybe in the afternoon as well, but it's going to be relatively warm. Mid to low 50s, definitely warmer than today, but still plan accordingly. 5-day forecast now. Here we are for hopefully tomorrow, 5-day forecast. There it is. All right. Here we are for Wednesday. As mentioned, 51 degrees is the high. Thursday, 57 degrees, partial cloudy, no rain. That's always good. And then heading into the weekend before Thanksgiving, a lot of people are going to start traveling, especially Syracuse University students. It will be cold, but it will be bearable. Just make sure as you're traveling for Thanksgiving that you're being mindful. But that is all the time I have for you here on our forecast here for NCC News. So Nadia, Liam, back to you.